Cancers! Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Hello, glad to have you. Please do like this video, subscribe to the channel. Whoa, messages already. Comment below. Would love to hear your comments. Let's get to this message. Remember, not everything's going to resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. Something you're confused about. Remember, you're in charge of what you let in and what you don't. Is Nine of Pentacles energy. You're confused about being on your own and where to put your abundance. You have a lot of abundance. You've done extremely well. There's something about guilt, like, I haven't earned this because it hasn't been hard. Yeah, finally, it hasn't been difficult to have the abundance come in. It's like, work smart, not hard. You've adopted it. It's grown on you. It's a new feeling though. And so there's a little bit of guilt here. And Spirit's saying, yeah, no, run with it, enjoy it. Two of Cups here. The Nine of Swords. You've been through a lot. It's time to stop worrying. It's time to love yourself. And also be with your tribe here. It's time for celebration and growth in a new area. Growth where you're not killing yourself for very little. Something like that. Cancers, let's keep going here. Knight of Swords. What's coming in fast here is this new way, this new energy, this getting used to it, this adopting it, this being comfortable with it. Ace of Wands. Yeah, a newness, an excitement where your abundance is. Now, abundance can mean a whole lot of things, okay? It doesn't have to be money. It can definitely be money, of course. But yeah, something that you're very excited that comes in quick. And again, it's a feeling of, wow, like, how did I get so lucky? It's because you've worked really hard. It's time for you to get lucky. It's time for your time. It's time for your time. Here we go. Cancers. Main part of the read, Three of Swords. I'm just hearing that. It's in the reverse. Main part of the read is it's time for you to have the time to recover, okay? From the toughness, from the things you had to endure. Queen of Wands, from having to be everybody's rock, being your own rock, keeping going, keeping going, keeping going. This is more of a stay grounded as all this good karma starts coming in. Here's the Lovers in the reverse. And stay grounded with others, I'm hearing, who are unbalanced. The King of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Someone's very busy. They're very dynamic. They have a lot going on. They could be in sales, something like that. Some sort of, oh, this was you. This was you having to hustle, make something happen. Always being in kind of a sales mode, whether or not you were selling something. But, you know, you were always selling yourself. You're always like reinventing yourself. You were always busy with that. You're seeing now that how that was such a taxing way to live. You know, you were in survival mode and you have to do that sometimes in life and sometimes for a long period in life. But now Spirit gives you a break from all that, okay? And you're feeling guilty. Spirit's saying, live it up. Enjoy it, okay? Cancer, what else do we have here? It's a nice read. I like it very much. Three of Cups in the reverse. This is also about, I feel like Spirit's saying, the definite energy I'm feeling is reevaluate your social choices here. Who you're calling friends. You know, really look at that with a fine-tooth comb. Are these really who you want to be saying are your friends? There's something very surface about some of them. And avoiding a tower here. Okay. Seven of Wands. And maybe that was simply survival. Some of these friends you had were a part of this survival. But I feel like Spirit's saying, yeah, you are the last person standing here for a reason. You know, you did all the work. Wow. And abundance is big coming in. So be careful who you share your abundance with. And big emphasis on Look at your friends very carefully. Don't just take anybody in this next phase, okay? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. I saw it right before it just popped out again. You have abundance, for generations coming in. But I see you more pulling back from a social angle and focusing on yourself and being very grounded here. Doing something that you never thought would be possible for you to do. Don't feel guilty about that. Yeah, major happiness and abundance coming in. Be careful who you bring with you in this next phase. Two of Swords. Be ready to block certain people. And then I feel like, okay, now we have to talk about the guilt again. Comes around, the guilt. How do you get away from the guilt? Because a lot of people that guilt trip you, and you don't have or don't feel like you have the coping skills for that particular piece of the pie. So let's talk about it. Breathe. Breath work. Deep knowing. You know who's coming with you to the next phase. Or if you give it some thought, you will conclude what's deep within. Yeah, it's this next push. Go the distance and imagine. What you have been wanting as an end result here is close. But don't take everybody with you. Wow. Yeah, a regeneration happening for sure. We need advice on the one piece. The guilt piece is big for you. Happy? Yeah, I see things coming up. Roses, huge, great cards for where you're going now. No guilt, transparency, but advice. Seven of Pentacles, investing in self. Maybe that's just simply it, saying I'm investing in myself now. People are upset by that, of course. I see that with the surface group you're in. Five of Swords, it's more of an energy of let it just be what it is. Let them speak their mind, or, don't get confrontational or be less than here. Should controversy arise, jealousies arise, you're leaving the group to concentrate on yourself. King of Cups, Nine of Swords. For this group, you've been the nurturing and the support. You've been what you're going to look for from these people now that something's happening for you. And guess what? Many of them are not going to be that for you. Okay? And I feel like Spirit's saying you don't have to point this out. It's just something for you to know. Put that in your storehouse of knowledge and keep moving forward, nurturing yourself. Yeah, the High Priestess, but I feel like you know already. Good intuition here. Who's coming with you, who's not? Who's been your friend, who hasn't? Ten of Wands in the reverse. There's just no more putting up with any burdens here. The advice, though, I think is just be straightforward. And if somebody has to speak their mind, hear them out. And maybe just it's a matter of saying, thank you, I hear you. And that's all. Something like that. Queen of Swords, yeah, it's definitely a cutting people out. But I want to get you some advice. Let's switch to another deck. What's the advice here on the guilt piece? You trip up somewhere in there. The World. Be ready to close things out. You're starting new. The whole read has been about that. Piece of advice, though, on the guilt. Two of Wands. Yeah, again. It's more about the moving we see. The support for you, the judgment here, the King of Cups, the knowing that it's time to get in your corner here. Be the support you've always needed. Be the support you've always been for others. Three of Wands in the Sun. In order to find this particular happiness, you have to think bigger. Five of Pentacles, because you're currently in lack. And I say that just kind of in a way that I feel is just straightforward because you already know it. Like Spirit doesn't address this guilt. There should be no guilt. You're the Empress. There's no better card in the deck than the Empress. She embodies all the great qualities of the Four Queens. Abundant, independent, dynamic, good with her money. I say her, but there's no gender in tarot. Whoever is resonating with that energy, male or female, yeah, taking a leap, no fear here. So I feel like the fact that we've asked several times about the guilt piece and we don't get an answer is because Spirit is saying, embrace the new. Don't look back. Don't worry about what people are saying. Don't worry about what they think. Yeah, don't get involved in that piece emotionally. And if they come at you and they want to speak their mind, then maybe it's just so simple as you hear them out for, a short time, not very long, and then you thank them. That might be it. I don't know. Or your response is something that kind of throws them off, like, thank you for your feedback. Rejection, because you're going to be doing a lot of rejection here, I think. Every time we ask about this guilt piece, it's like there's bigger fish to fry. There's a lot of reworking that needs to take place. There's a lot of cleaning house that needs to take place. Critical. It's a critical time. I also feel a lot of people will be critical of the new that's upon you. Third eye work will help you. Somebody with heavy eyebrows. Heavy eyebrows. What about that? What about that? Is courageous? Is that you? It takes somebody with heavy eyebrows and courage. Soul work. To do the soul work to help you to get you to the next phase. Remember, you've done the hard work. New memories, new home. The top of the deck. Followed by honor yourself. I feel like we just constantly are getting, don't worry about the guilt. I'm going to go to my very gossipy deck here. What about this guilt? Because you feel it, but Spirit is ignoring it. Like, ignore it. Don't make it such a big deal. It should be last on your list. Mercury retrograde, which we happen to be in. Electronic issues, communication issues review. Issues need to be reviewed. Review everything. Communication that gets kind of sour, communication that gets miscommunicated, or review everything. Or expect miscommunication here as people strive to keep you or keep your energy or keep you in the loop or keep you. Turn on the lights, keep moving forward. Turn on the headlights, keep moving forward is what I hear. Vacation, you will be traveling soon. Yeah, like every time we want to address this, it's just like Spirit's like, you're going to be making some changes and you're going to be cutting some people off and you know who, or you're going to get there with your deep knowing. And then it's vacation in energy because you're going to be working less and making more. Someone is in the middle. Someone is trying to sabotage this. Sure. I guess it's kind of an energy, and it's taken a while to get there, of don't be worried about the guilt here when a lot of these people you're cutting off would sabotage you in a moment, and especially when they see what's coming for you. Liar, be careful of someone sneaky. Yeah, this is the energy you're cutting off. So there's like no acknowledgement of guilt here because there shouldn't be. It's something like that. You might think that someone's spying on you. I feel like you're too tough. They're not going to take you on. Like that last person standing energy, if they thought about spying on you, they're no longer. They can't, it's somebody in your community you feel doesn't want you to be seen. Maybe you're picking up on that energy, but they're not going to do anything about it because they don't have any guts. And it would be nasty to do anyway. So, but that's not why they aren't doing it. They're not doing it because, one moment, please. Thanks for your patience through the pause. No, they're not doing it because they never do anything that isn't group mentality. So let's grab a charm. Hope this has been helpful. I feel like we've kind of bounced around a little on this message, but what's left to stay is the dragon energy, and that's huge transformation, and that's exactly what you're going through right now. Huge transformation. Let's grab another. I feel like I'm always on like the brink of getting the real juicy scoop here, and then it eludes me. Maybe you feel like that. The wreath is family energy for me. Is something eluding you in the family. You're like just on the brink of it, and then it it's unclear. But I feel like, there's a lot of individual energy too that we're discussing here. The kitty cat. Individual successful energy. That's your message, Cancer. Please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment. Would love to read your comments. I read all of them. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.